Eric McGartland. This is Christian Stexner, Muchos Munar, Claire Castillo, and Jeremy Jordan. We're going to be presenting our project on Lake Worth. And so basically, as we study, observe, and really familiarize ourselves with the city of Lake Worth, our group decided to focus on the connection between individuals, community, and the world. With this in mind, we created a logo or a brand for Lake Worth. And as you can see, it's on the bottom. It does spell a word. It says connect. But not only that, it highlights one. So it's one community, one state, one country, one world. So again, that ties completely with connection. How we can bring people together, even though they have distinct qualities, they're still one unit. So humans have the desire to interact with one another. They long for a connection to be with others and part of a larger community. Connect is the ability to become part of something bigger than yourself. It is the sharing of ideas, knowledge, beliefs with society and the world. The philosophy behind Connect is the theory that by allowing people to better connect with each other, it strengthens the community and its abilities to connect with the world. In turn, a tie to the global network generates a more efficient society. So what this is showing right now is the key words of Connect. So community is a big part of that, how we can bring one individual to a larger group. Integration, how we can bring, again, that individual into a group, but make it work together as a society. And the puzzle piece is showing, again, back to that one aspect of connection, of society, of community. What this is showing is just a grid or like nose of how we went from Lake Worth to our idea of Connect and how it branches off to all these different aspects and different methods. Cultural aspects of connection, global aspects, physical aspects. And with those, what they do is they break up into even smaller pieces and better connect society and Lake Worth. Again, Connect can be divided into three methods, as I just showed you. Physical connectivity is the interaction between two or more individuals. Cultural connectivity is the sharing and understanding of diverse lifestyles, beliefs on an ideological level. And global connectivity is the bridge that enables human interaction to occur despite great distance. So with all three of these methods, connectivity can allow for a more successful city. And speaking of Lake Worth, they can be applied to the city in a number of beneficial ways, which we will explain now.
In terms of global connection, a city that has great access to the internet quickly gains knowledge of what is occurring in their areas, such as events here, events that are happening. So say like if you're walking on the street and you have, and you're on the internet, and it's an app state for Lake Worth, which is here, like free, say like for that free Wi-Fi, and on your phone you get a notification that says, well, there is a street festival happening. So then it brings people in, and it also stimulates Lake Worth because they always know the event is happening. Alongside that also, if you're in the city and you're getting coffee and you might be bored, and you might get an app or like a notification that says, you know, pick up a game of basketball, and you like basketball, and you can meet people and interact on different levels, which is here we come up with Lake Worth app that you can download on your phone, and it's almost like a Foursquare where you can log in, and then you could become a greater social. It's almost like the largest social network becomes part of it. Then also for global connection, we want to take Lake Worth Road and connect it to 95. Because it doesn't make sense to us that you have to go through 6 out of 10 to get there. And this way, it creates Lake Worth directly to the rest of the United States. So it's almost more like a tangible, it's like global connection. And then culture connectivity can be achieved through the creation of visual and performing arts centers and application of urban art plazas, almost like how you have your street painting festivals, and through performing arts theaters. Cultural art centers will create an epicenter of diverse people and set the stage for the exchange of customs, ideas, and beliefs. And what we propose as a group is almost as if you go to Epcot and you go walk, do the tour of the different countries and walk from country to country. Well, Lake Worth has a great variety of different ethnicities. So if there's events such as almost like a walk the earth, but instead of walking literally the whole earth, walk around an area, and you could go from country to country. There'd be booths set up that from different ethnicities, and you meet people, and the languages, and the foods, customs, beliefs, and at the same time, timed into a global connection, there'd be monitors that have live images of like the capitals of those countries playing with the noises. So you're in that environment, like almost like you're in that country at that time. And you could go from event to event, and it'd be a really great way to connect people on all three methods of connection. And then finally, the method of connection, physical connection. Physical connectivity can be achieved in Lake Worth by implementing parks, athletic fields, and social gathering points. Parks will bring families together, creating an open, interactive environment. And then athletic fields and jogging paths can be located with a large sports complex where human competition is a natural way of interaction. And what we propose is a Lake Worth Connect band. It's a band that you register online and you get it, and it has technology in it that keeps track of games. So say there's like a Wi-Fi zone over a certain like sports complex, and it knows like where you are in the basketball court. So then it keeps track of your games, and the wristband could turn certain colors. It puts you on a team, so it randomly selects your teams. So so you have to mingle with new people, and because the competition is natural in humans, and that's a good way to meet people when you play sports with them. And then also, you could go home and log on, and you could see like your progress, and you could set goals, like health goals, and make the citizens like healthier, because then they could set their own goals because they keep track of it through these risks. And then through like integration centers and convention centers, that brings all people together, and they'll learn from different, idea points. Almost like if you had like an integration center, like see in this image, you have people coming together, and maybe people have like their own different ideas, and you can learn from each other. It's sort of idea. And then finally, okay, so this is the demographics of Lake Worth. We looked up the demographics of Lake Worth, and throughout the year, Lake Worth hosts many events and festivals, such as Reggae Fest, Pride Fest, Street Painting Festivals, and more. It also has one of the largest Special Olympics in the state. Lake Worth is already on its way to becoming a connected city. By implementing examples of key methods of connection, Lake Worth will be on the forefront of the most efficient cities. And here we have those graphs with the white span information. We made them to the percentage, or almost as a pie chart for a good part. And then on the right, we have a painting, and it's almost, okay, every race is different, but if you learn from each other, it's almost like an artistic sense, combine them, and it creates like unity for everyone by learning from other people's diversities.
When we had to be specific on a certain site that we chose, we wanted to develop and implement the word connect and integration and community. We wanted this image to really stick with people. We wanted a place that we can gather, a place that everyone can come together, be stress-free, everyone can mingle, and we proposed a certain area. We wanted it to be segregated into three parts: the pier, the land area, and the water. So in the water area, activities such as boating, or we would have a marina for certain types of activities. We would locate it in that general area. And in the land, which would be like parks or different sporting activities, different restaurants, what's not, depending on our different perspective, we would locate it at that area, and the pier could generally go along that certain area. And instead of that, we had more specific activities or programs that we wanted to incorporate in the entire site. And just a different way to make each project diverse, we split it up into two categories. One would be the required different programs, different activities, and one would be suggested. Some of the required stuff would be obviously parking, because we know that's an issue. But more in the connecting sense and the integration, where we wanted to stress that in every single activity. So parks, a certain area where people can gather, walk around. Integration center, we want to force people to go into these areas where before you would experience the site, you'd have to integrate with people and learn different stuff from them before you would go and enjoy your day. Different open plazas, like what Christian mentioned earlier, Wi-Fi zones, where people would gather with their technology and go to certain areas. So people who have that technology interest would hang out at a certain area and share different views. And sporting complex, if you wanted to play football or volleyball or different activities like that, it would kind of seep through different areas. So these activities would come together. We don't want to like segregate different activities, but just connect everything together, and just so it can be a diverse site. Some of the suggested activities we listed, like fishing, fitness, dining, amphitheaters, galleries. We can choose if we wanted a couple of these or if we wanted to put all of them, just so it can be a diverse project. And that's the main